Hi, my name is Tomas Kalincik from the core at the Melbourne Brain Centre. I'm very excited to present to you results of our most recent research work. This is a work that was done in collaboration with MSBase, a large international database of multiple sclerosis, and also the University of Cambridge with the lead author Will Brown, who is the first author on this paper. In this study, we have looked into the effect of treatments on secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. What is secondary progressive multiple sclerosis? People with the most common type of multiple sclerosis, which is called relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis, after a certain time of living with the relapsing disease, tend to convert to a secondary progressive stage. The secondary progressive stage, unlike the relapsing remitting stage, is characteristic by slow, relentless, gradual worsening of disability, and most importantly, during the secondary progressive stage, the treatments that are known to be effective in this earlier relapsing remitting stage no longer work. So it is very important for us to think about whether we are not only treating MS here and now while people are diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS, but also whether we are delaying the long-term consequences such as accumulation of disability or conversion to the secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. When does secondary progressive multiple sclerosis start is a difficult question to answer. And even though we think that the conversion from relapsing remitting to secondary progressive disease is a long process that may take a number of years or even decades, for the purpose of research, we need a clear definition. And this definition was developed and validated in another paper from the MSBase cohort that was led by Johannes Lorscheider, who was the fellow at CORE 2 years ago. So using this objective definition as an outcome in our most recent study, we have looked at how different exposure to treatments during relapsing remitting stage of the disease may impact conversion to secondary progressive disease. What we have seen is that people who are treated are less likely to convert to secondary progressive MS than those who are untreated. And people who are treated with more aggressive treatments are in turn less likely to convert to secondary progressive MS than those who are treated with less aggressive treatments. Importantly, those people who start their treatments earlier in their disease, and here we looked specifically at the first 5 years from disease onset, in particular when these are the most aggressive of treatments such as natalizumab, fingolimod, ocrelizumab, rituximab, alemtuzumab, are less likely to convert to secondary progressive MS than those who switch to these therapies later in their disease. So why this is important for patients? It means that we are now capable of not only treating relapsing remitting MS here and now, i.e. treating the relapses, but we are significantly delaying significant disability and also postponing the risk of conversion to secondary progressive MS. In fact, the study of epidemiology from a number of observational studies around the world are now showing us that at this day and age of high efficacy treatments and more proactive treatment, people tend to convert to secondary progressive MS later than, for example, 20 years ago. Where 20 years ago the median time to conversion was 15 years, now it's over 33 years. That also means that at this day and age of high efficacy treatment, many people will not convert to secondary progressive MS in their lifetime.